Hello and welcome back to Minecraft here in my forever world. My name is Buzzy107 and today we are going to be building the lighthouse. We are going to be getting our villagers in the lighthouse and we are going to be doing some exploration, as well as at the very end I am going to be talking to you guys about some thoughts that I have of things that we are going to be doing in the future of this world. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get all the stuff we need and let's get started. Alright, so I've been doing a lot of material gathering and smelting. As you can see, I'm still trying to get some more of the kelp going, and I have finally gotten a silk touch pickaxe. Used a pretty good amount of my fortune pickaxe, so I think today we're gonna have to go ahead and try to get mending, but also been doing a lot of smelting for the lighthouse build, which we are also going to get done today. And on top of that, I want to go to the nether because I haven't gotten to play with the happy gas yet, except for like what I've seen and what I've done like in a flat creative world. So I kind of want to get over there and see how much fun the happy gas is. Not the worst nether spawn I've had, but also not the best. Alright, so I jumped down and made a little ladder back up. And let's just grab this guy. There's a few more around, so I'm going to go ahead and grab them. Alright, so I know I have to have these guys like submerged in water. But I don't know for how long or what exactly transpires in those. So I'm gonna sit here and wait, and when it hatches, we'll come back. Alright, so this little guy just grew up not too long ago. Let's see if we can... Ouch. How do we... Wait a minute, does the gas have to be tamed? Okay, so it doesn't have to be... Okay, there we go. Well, I know the thumbnail for this one. Alright, so in these two chests I have everything to actually build the lighthouse. So I'm going to go ahead and hop into a time lapse and we're going to get this done. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that time lapse. Now we are done with the lighthouse. I want to go ahead and show you guys around in pre-cam real quick, because there's some things that I can't really show you guys on foot. So went ahead and added in some glowberry vines all through here, and the trapdoors will oxidize over time, so those will end up becoming green like the rest of it, and then I'll go ahead and wax everything. Went ahead and added some azalea bushes up to the top, all around through the top and everything. Kind of wanted to make this thing look like an old abandoned building that was a lighthouse that they kind of, you know, renovated, turned back into a lighthouse, and continued to use and possibly lived in. So I went ahead and put in the structure for the fireplace and got all the different azalea bushes in. That way we had all our vines going all throughout, and kind of put in some of the scaffolding right there as a supporting block. Maybe they're working on it and trying to get it kind of back to how it was. But if we come in here, exit free cam, and come out here, we go into the lighthouse. Now I am going to be bringing in some lichen and just kind of lighten up the area so that it can't spawn mobs. But if we come into the house, you can see the floor is very kind of patched up and very patchwork in the texturing. And then they've got some boxes stacked up on here. Maybe they're, you know, cleaning out some of the old stuff from the old tenants. And then you got your two rooms here, one here and one over here. Now I may have to change this block right here into a regular block just to keep the villagers from like wandering out. If they can wander through the scaffolding, I'm not sure. And if that's the case, then I'm just going to have to put something here just to kind of block them off from being able to go up to the top, which I might do anyways. And then up here, of course, is the top of the lighthouse, and it just has all the stuff that we've been doing that I'd shown on the outside. Sorry, it's very late for me, and I'm trying to record this so I can get this segment so I can get ready to go to sleep. Alright, so I got that stuff done, but I just had the best idea. Well, best sleep deprived idea. And we are going to name this. Let me double check and make sure I spell it correctly. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. Zeplin. We are going to name our happy guest Zeplin. So now we get off of our happy guest, we can see that it's named Zeplin because it's basically a living Zeppelin, and that's pretty cool. Alright, new day and freshly awake. I think it's time we take Zeppelin out for a ride. There we go. Now how do we... Oh, interesting. So let's see, if we go like this, well, that's interesting. He's slower than a boat, but being able to sit there and stand on top of like a moving platform so we can build, that's going to be next level. So let's go this way. Since we haven't been this way, I want to see if I can find some cold areas. That way we can get some more Oh gosh, this might not be worth doing with him. Because I gotta go over this way. And we have not gone very far. Alright, well, this is pretty interesting. This is one of those Explorify structures. And I'm kind of curious as to what it is. It looks like it might be like a fire watchtower or something. But let's see. If I decide to take it down, that's plenty of stripped oak. But I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it. I will take the bundle though. Huh. But instead of going... Alright, so here's home. Instead of going south, we went north. Because I figured with the jungle being right here, warmer biomes would be up here. And I wasn't wrong. Now, this is a savanna. And savannas usually open up into deserts. So I'm going to follow... I'm going to go along this route, follow the savanna up. Let's see, can we water bucket clutch it? Nice. Alright, so we're finally back from our little expedition and got quite a bit of stuff. We now have the ability to grow mangrove and acacia trees. Still didn't find the pale oak, which I was really hoping to find, but hopefully the wandering trader, he comes by whenever he wants. So hopefully he comes by and offers us a little bit of a trade. But to be able to trade with him, I'm going to need to get these villagers situated. So I think it is time to move our villager guests over to their house. All right, so I went ahead and built this just off camera. Just wanted to get a few little things done. Had some family stuff going on that we had to take care of, so didn't really record the whole session of me building this. But I also went in to the config files in between clips and set the world spawn to our island. And that's mainly just for the reason that I was thinking about it. If we go fight the Ender Dragon and I do the thing that I always do, which is set my spawn, somewhere where it's not, and break the bed, and then, beat the dragon, come back, and then all that, we might not be able to get home because home is here. Spawn is like over here somewhere, or was over here somewhere. So I went ahead and set spawn to that block right there where my crosshair is. Alright, so as you can see here in the lighthouse, we have some beds for our villagers, and we are trying to breed up a few more, which is why we have some beds down here. And I'll talk to you guys more about why we're doing that once we get back on the ship. Alright, so my main plan for this world is not to have one set theme. I want to be able to have some modern houses in here, but this whole town is going to be kind of ocean themed and kind of like it's a town that's built from parts of shipwrecks and stuff like that. I do want to consistently stay on that theme, but I do want to add some, like, maybe some ships that are wrecked, that are docked, and all that kind of stuff. So speaking of that, after I breed up some villagers over here, I'm planning on making a kind of like a cargo ship out here, And that is where we're going to have our iron farm. Now, for my iron farm, I am going to need to get a pillager, so hopefully some pillagers spawn, but I'm not really counting on it. So I might have to go to an outpost and snag a pillager from there, and then just have him in the boat with me until he runs out of arrows, which I think takes like 20 minutes or something like that. Something crazy. But that is the plan so far. Now I do want to expand this whole island out. As you can see, if we hit the map button, it's not very big. I want to make it, basically I want to turn this into an island, this into an island, this whole section right here will be part of this island, and I want to make this an island right through here, and that way we can just kind of connect, make this an island, you know, connect them all up just through like bridges and stuff, and make it into a ocean town. So, but that is the plan. Sorry about the short episode today. Just had some things going on that we had to take care of as far as family goes. But until next time, my name has been Buzzy107. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and believe that it deserves a like, please hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and then I will see you guys in the next one. Alright guys, bye.